The World Touring Car 700 at Circuit de la Sarthe on Gran Turismo 7 is for sure a favourite for earning lots of credits. And with the race being timed to 30 minutes, you can use near enough any car, and finish the race on time every time. And here's a great car you can use to get the race done, no pit stop, making a near certain win even more so. Here's how to use the Formula 1 Classic, that is the Honda RA272, to earn 1.6 million credits an hour at Circuit de la Sarthe on GT7. And here we are, for the World Touring Car 700 at Circuit de la Sarthe. A race timed to 30 minutes, 6 times fuel, 6 times tyre, for cars up to 700 pp, also with dynamic weather. Where for winning 550,000 credits, where you can use your own car. And here's the car we'll be using, the Honda RA272. With its 1.5 litre V12 engine, in the hands of Richie Ginther and Ronnie Bucknum, finishing in 6th in the 1965 Formula 1 World Championship, finishing 8 races with 1 win. With Honda then supplying engines to the likes of McLaren and Williams in the 1980s and 1990s, and in the 2000s having their own team. Buy the RA272 from the Legends Car dealership for 2.5 million credits. Head over there when the car's available to pick it up. And head over to the tuning shop. Don't need to go to GT Auto, we just need the ballast, which is optional, and the fully customisable racing transmission and high RPM turbocharger, just to add some more power and performance to reach the PP limit for the race. And that's pretty much it. Racing hard tyres, which are what we're going to be using, are fitted as standard, as is everything else you'll be needing. The car very straightforward to get ready for this one. The race can be done without wet weather tyres, but for the Honda RA, they are recommended, as the car can struggle a bit more than others in wet conditions, but the race is doable without them. Grab them if you feel the need. And with that all set, and here's what we'll set the car to get ready. On the whole, very easy to put together, more so to set up. And here is the setup. The Honda RA is relatively easy to drive, but it can feel a bit unstable in corners and a bit understeery at times. The suspension settings help to counter this as much as possible, to help give enough stability around Le Mans' fast sweeping corners. And so the tyres don't wear out, so they don't need to be changed, unless it rains and you do decide to go for wets. While the differential set help the car be more stable on acceleration and braking, meaning you're less likely to spin if you stamp on the gas or brake too hard. And the fully customisable racing transmission is set to 380 km an hour, the gearing left as standard. There is no power restrictor, and there is no ballast, but it is available. Add to the front or the rear to help with a bit more stability if you feel the need. While a fully customisable ECU is set to 100, there is no downforce as the car doesn't have any aero parts, and the high RPM turbocharger is active, with the brake balance on +5 for rotation and cornering. And all done on 698 pp, 419 brake horsepower. Everything you need to take to the track for 30 minutes at Le Mans. Into the race then. Set the fuel to mix 3, and all being well, you'll take the race lead at some point towards the end of the Mulsanne Straight, cruising on through at just over 200 miles an hour. The Honda RA driving and handling really well. There may be a small amount of instability in cornering however at times, but the setup does largely counter this pretty well. Just make sure to ease on the power coming out of corners to help stop the car wobbling, and try keep the car as straight as possible when accelerating. Start braking early for corners as well to make sure the car is able to rotate in without any understeer. And by the end of lap 1, you will be already way out in front. And with the Honda RA's large fuel tank and fantastic tyre wear, this one is lights to flag, no stop, unless it rains. The car can be a bit of a handful in the wet, and whilst you can turn up the traction control to maximum and short shift to get around the track, changing to wet tyres isn't a bad idea. In this case, it'll be one stop to change the tyres. And if the race is dry all the way, you'll lap near enough the entire field, en route to 7 laps. In a wet race, you'll do 6 laps, maybe 7, depending on what happens. Either way, a wait at the finish line is very likely. You will for certain dominate the race and take the checkered flag, no issue. Finishing this one in 30:01, averaging 4.5 minutes a lap. Fastest lap 4:03.502. This race 6 laps with a bit of rain in the middle, with just over a minute wait at the finish line. And in this race, finishing in 30:01, averaging 4:03s a lap. Fastest lap 4:02.634. A dry race all the way, doing 7 laps and waiting for over 3 minutes at the finish line, lapping the entire field. And with the clean race bonus, that's 825,000 credits. So, 2 races an hour, that's near enough 1.6 million credits. The clean race bonus a near guarantee every time. This race very straightforward, in either dry or wet conditions. And there we are, 1.6 million credits an hour in the Honda RA 272. Another great car you can use for this race. The car, while having 1 or 2 quirks, does work really well. And get used to how it works, and what you have is a very reliable car. And another great option for the World Touring Car 700 at Circuit de la Sarthe. Again, wet tyres on this one aren't a bad idea, and won't make a difference. You will still very easily bank those credits. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, or live stream. Thanks for watching.